Hello, this is how to use the Shocklink. So you're going to want to use this for all of your codes. That way they can actually use your defibrillator. When you go to hook up the pads, you are going to need this converter, which should just leave it on your pads. There's no reason to not, or leave it on your cord. There's no reason to not leave it there. And then the pads that Shocklink comes with, they're kind of pre-hooked up here, but these are the pads. And this connector end will actually connect right into your monitor there. So once this is hooked up, the next thing you're going to want to do before you start your scenario is you're going to want this to turn on. In order to turn it on, you actually have to take the battery on and off. So to do that, there's no switch. You press down on this and you turn it, and that's how the battery comes out. I'm going to do my best to see if I can show this to you one-handed. So you're going to push down and turn. I need 2 hands to do this. Push down and turn. There we go. And this comes out. You put it back in, push down, turn. Now it's going to turn on. Now I'm going to come over here to my Shocklink remote, and I am going to click link. So now it's white. They're linked up together. So now you have 2 buttons. This is where you override the pads. So if we do a check mark, you can see right there that we now have a pad being blue. That means they put the pads in the right place. You can put an X where the pads aren't in the right place and it won't quote unquote read correctly. Okay. And then down here you have multiple code rhythms that you can do. So let's say we're going to start in fast VTech. Okay. So now what's happening is the mannequin is not making the heart rhythm. This box with this remote is making the heart rhythm. So when we turn this on, oh, well, hold on. Starting in AED mode. There we go. You can see that I'm now in VTech because that's the button I hit. Now I can make it SVT. Gotta point it towards the device. So there's our SVT. I can push this and make it VFib. And now we're VFib. And there's tons of options on this remote. Okay. So now what you can actually do is you can actually shock from the device. So you can actually do a full charge, but I'm just going to do 20. Clear, clear, everyone clear. And I actually deliver the shock. Okay. And so what happens is the cord here actually is what absorbs the shock. And then you can just keep on going. We technically can do it at 200. That doesn't make me feel good. I just like to do it at 20. That way it isn't a huge safety risk if for some reason someone isn't clear. But it shouldn't actually hit the bed because it gets eaten up with this cord. So this is to allow you to actually defibrillate. And then you have some options on here where if this was like an AED, you can make things shockable, non-shockable. You can add in some CPR, but we're mainly going to use it for these buttons here. And then you have a whole user guide if you have any questions, but it's pretty easy. Put it in, turn it on. You want the power light, link it so you have the blue light, and then go ahead and press these guys for whatever you want. And then they're safe to use the defibrillator. Thanks.